Hello again, this is AZC2. Today I'm going to talk about Prince Andrew, or should I say, Andrew formerly known as the Prince. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly the Duke of York, has been stripped of his royal duties and he's been cast out of the royal family to live the rest of his life as a commoner. This comes in the wake of the late Virginia Giuffre's memoir Nobody's Girl being published. Virginia Giuffre has a long history with Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. She basically says Mountbatten Windsor trafficked her as a sex slave to high-end clients like Ghislaine Maxwell, currently serving a jail sentence in the United States, as well as the late Jeffrey Epstein, who once had a private island where he lured all the underage girls to. Epstein, as we know, apparently committed suicide while in prison, but half the world isn't buying it. First of all, the security cameras in his cell had apparently been turned off at the time he supposedly took his own life. Not to mention the fact that he had a lot of information that could implicate a lot of important people. Some so say that former US President Bill Clinton was among the visitors to Lolita Island, where Jeffrey Epstein lived in luxury. It is also known that the current President Donald Trump was good friends with Epstein. Back then, people believed that the then Prince Andrew had sent someone to get rid of Epstein with the tacit approval of Donald Trump himself. And, well, the theory, while far-fetched, doesn't surprise. After all, Andrew and Trump were powerful men, and powerful men could get away with everything under the sun. Because Virginia Giuffre knew too much, she too probably had to go. She had been living in Perth for the last few years and had a property on the outskirts of the capital city of Western Australia. Like a few months ago, it was reported that she had been hit by a school bus traveling at 100 kilometers an hour and had only 4 days to live because her kidneys were in bad shape. And then it was reported that she had been found dead on her property, and her brother said it appeared she had taken her own life. This flew in the face of what other people close to her said, that she would not allow herself to be defeated. There's a lot of things that don't add up. If we were to believe that Giuffre killed herself, we might as well believe that 1 + 1 = 20. First of all, the school bus. Like, why was it going at 100 km an hour? Were there any passengers on board? Was it being driven by a member of the Australian Security and Intelligence Organization? And then the claim that the accident had caused her kidneys to fail. Any doctors can back that up. And as for her body being found and the verdict of suicide being given, where are the police reports? If they can't be, publicly accessible, it means the authorities have something to hide. Nobody's girl rings out like a voice from beyond the grave. It mentions people we already know, like Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, Jeffrey Epstein, and Ghislaine Maxwell. Yes, people who should be rotting in hell, but aren't exactly rotting in hell, but walking amongst us. There's apparently a mention of a former prime minister, and it's widely believed that this person could be Ehud Barak, who had served as a prime minister of Israel. Now, when you mention Israel, the smell gets really bad. Israel is known for its ruthless secret service called the Mossad. If the Mossad wanted you to disappear, they'll stop at nothing. Don't believe me? Just ask Mordecai Vanunu. He was snatched in broad daylight and brought back home to Israel because he had defected the country and spilled the beans about the Zionist state's nuclear program. It wouldn't surprise me if Virginia Giuffre was raped by people with close ties to the Zionist movement. And as you all know, the Zionist movement has been making the headlines for the wrong reasons since October 7, 2 years ago. The Zionist movement is wealthy. In fact, their wealth comes from their exclusive license to print money. So, if they have a problem, they know how to make it go away. And Virginia Giuffre was a problem, so they made her go away. So was Epstein. They made him go away. And they disguised his death as a suicide. And the FBI has been steadfast about not releasing the full files they had on Jeffrey Epstein. Now, Charlie Kirk wanted Donald Trump to authorize the release of the dirt files on Epstein, but Trump has refused. And because of that, Kirk became a liability. And maybe he had to go as well. I mean, I don't believe Tyler Robinson acted alone. He probably was paid to snuff Kirk. And Trump, needing a distraction, seized on the death of Charlie Kirk and blamed it on left-wing politicians. He tried to paint Tyler Robinson as a Marxist, as an LGBTQI plus supporter. When it appeared that the opposite might actually be true. Trump milked Kirk's death in order to take the heat away from himself over his refusal to admit that he may well have been in Epstein's inner circle and a visitor to Lolita Island. Russian-American filmmaker Dasha Nekrasova in the film The Scary of 61st takes the piece out of Jeffrey Epstein's activities. Those who watch the movie would get the impression that satanic things happen on Lolita Island, and it wouldn't surprise me if they actually did. I mean, for all we know, the world is run by an elite cable of pedophiles who probably drink the blood of virgins. In Lien Chang's novel, Julie Chan is Dead, the portrayal of the principal arch-villain, Bella Marie Melnyberg, could be inspired by Jeffrey Epstein himself. The Melnybergs have a private island, which is reminiscent of Lolita Island. And yes, some occult activity does take place on the Melnybergs property. But if I give more away, I'm going to be spoiling the book for you. And in case you're wondering, I have read the book and I've posted a review of it on my website. Okay. But back to Prince Andrew. Virginia Giuffre's allegations has probably left King Charles spooked. Charles is trying to protect himself and the institution of the monarchy, so he has no choice but to disown Andrew. Currently, the only thing Andrew is qualified to do is to be a night soil collector in Timbuktu. Because it's high time he learned to humble himself. And collecting night soil is one of the most humble professions that ever existed. I guess there's justice in some way or other after all. I mean Andrew at Mountbatten Windsor did a lot of bad things in his life, and somehow or other he's going to have to pay for his sins. It's not a matter of if, but when. And losing his royal titles and being disowned by his family, it shows that no matter how rich or powerful you are, you can't run away, because God is watching you. I haven't read Nobody's Girl yet, and I don't know if I will have the time to ever read it, but those who have read it say you might have to take it with a pinch of salt, but there's probably enough useful material in it. I mean, Prince Andrew couldn't have been disowned without a good reason. He has to be guilty of something for the royal family to cast him out just like that. Anyway, have a good night, guys. Till then, goodbye.